You found it. Your home for the best content on your favorite team, the Fighting Tigers of LSU. Do us a favor. Subscribe to the channel. Leave your comments below. Be sure to smash that like button. The Cincinnati Bengals are going to have what is very likely an easy decision, not too far down the line. And that's a decision on extending Joe Burrow. And, of course, they're going to extend Joe Burrow. That's not the difficult part. The difficult part, the big question, is for how much will they extend Joe Burrow? Burrow has kind of joked about that a little bit here in the offseason, but the Bengals have had media availability. If you haven't been paying attention, they've done a lot of photo shoots. There was a photo shoot yesterday where the Bengals put out some images. Burrow will be on the cover of Sports Illustrated, so they were doing a photo op there in Paul Brown Stadium, Burrow in full uniform. The Bengals continue to have these really weird photo ops with Joe Burrow where like they're recreating a jungle, which I get. Part of me, like I understand it because you're the Bengals, but it really looks very kind of corny and cheesy. Like, can you pull this up, Paul? If you haven't, go look at the Bengals Twitter if you're not familiar. But like, this is a photo of Burrow who's sitting on a rock, and there's some like plants beneath his feet, and then there's like I guess like a graphite wall with the Bengals logo etched into it and some fire behind. It just looks very corny. It looks very early 1990s football card-ish is what it looks. But Burrow's awesome, so if he does it, it makes it look infinitely better. But anyway, Burrow was speaking with the media, and he was asked about his contract. So he is eligible for a second contract once this season is over. Once he finishes his third year, the Bengals can make the decision to extend him. It's what the Bills did this last offseason with Josh Allen. They gave him the monster deal. And, of course, Josh Allen got a $258 million contract that pays him $43 million per year, just a nose under what Patrick Mahomes got at $45 million per year. And then, of course, subsequently, we saw the Browns and the Packers come and better that. But here's what Burrow said. Burrow said, quote, "I mean, the market is just exploding. It's crazy the number that these guys are putting up, meaning salaries, and I think it's well-deserved. All of those guys are playing at the top of their game. They're being paid accordingly. But I'm not worried about it. I like to make jokes about it, but really, I haven't thought about it much right now." For whatever it's worth, if you want to look up the quarterback contracts currently, and much of this has been well known since the offseason with a lot of these contracts that got done, and the market continues to reset. Joe Burrow is going to become he's going to be in line for that second contract at a time where it's never been better to be an elite quarterback in line for that second contract. Dak Prescott sort of reset the market when he got $40 million per year. And subsequent to that, we've just seen it bested time and time again. Of course, Matt Stafford got $40 million a year with the Rams, but Derek Carr got 40.4. Josh Allen, like we mentioned, got $43 million per year. Mahomes got $45 million per year. And after Mahomes reset the market with that 10-year, $450 million contract, Deshaun Watson from the Browns got $46 million a year, and then we found out why Aaron Rodgers stayed in Green Bay. They're giving him $50 million per year. And the beneficiary of that Aaron Rodgers contract is going to be Joe Burrow and Justin Herbert. Those are the two guys who are entering their third year that after this season will be eligible for a contract extension, and those are going to be the two guys that benefit most. It will be a fascinating test case. Now, we got to see how this season goes, but it'll be a fascinating test case to see if Joe Burrow and Justin Herbert get a deal bigger than Aaron Rodgers. I mean, typically that's what happened. You set the market, and then guy goes above it. The next contract that's up goes above it. Like when Michael Thomas reset the market for receivers, he's been passed 5, 6, 7 times. I'm not looking at it right now, but that's typically what happens. Aaron Rodgers' contract was just so absurd. I mean, when Deshaun got the 46, that was thought to be absurd. But not only, and then Rodgers blew that out the water at $50.2 million per year. So not only have you reset the market, but you're resetting the market astronomically, exponentially. And Burrow if he has another season this year like he did last year, where, of course, he won Comeback Player of the Year and led the team to the AFC Championship and the Super Bowl, then he will likely beat that contract. What I will also be interested to see is which team pulls the trigger first. Do the Chargers pull the trigger on Herbert's contract to set the market for Burrow, or do the Bengals say, forget it, we're going to give Burrow a contract at best what Rodgers had in Green Bay, and then let the Chargers decide to do whatever they want to do after that? But I just, part of me sits by and waits just with this feeling like the Bengals are going to screw it up. The Bengals are a notoriously cheap organization. They don't spend. They don't spend. I mean, that has been their MO for 40 years. They don't spend money. So now you're looking at this generational, transcendent, organization-defining quarterback who in his second year led you to the Super Bowl. Are you going to pay him? I mean, do you really want to get into that type of dispute with the only generational player you've had at that quarterback, at that position ever? We will find out plenty about what the Cincinnati Bengals are made of and what their thoughts are on the future of their organization next year when they go into these contract negotiations with Joe Burrow. Hey, thanks so much for watching. Please leave your comments. I love to interact. And be sure to hit the red subscribe button below.